of the technical bench is abysmal.
Mm.
And it's quite clear that where we've reached now, we need strong hands to handle these boys. And at the first step I think we should take is to dissolve entirely the entire Black Star team.
Mm.
That's the first point. Look for a new competent coach, a coach who should be paid properly by the state, a coach who should be given free hand to do his selection and put together a group of young people with passion, young people with energy, young people with anger to win, and young people with no age cheating. So
Mm.
this is the way I look at it.
Now, I mean, you raised very important points. You've talked about dissolving the Black Stars. We have, qualifiers for the World Cup starting in March. Um, why should we be thinking of dissolving the Black Stars, Dr. Nyaho Nyaho-Tamakloe?
See, you look at what is happening in the world.
Mm.
No one throws his or her money away just like that. This is state money.
Sure.
Now, with the performance that we saw, not just from our boys, but the general work that we saw in Cameroon, will tell any good footballer or football manager that going to the World Cup will be a waste of fun. So the best thing is that money to be channeled into the new group that is to be put together, and that will benefit the state more.
Mm. And talking about the new group that will be put together, you've seen the performance of the Black Stars, and it's something you have done before, with Accra Hearts of Oak, and so that's not in doubt. The belief you have in that, but talking about the new group that should be put together, based on the performance of the players that you saw, should some of these players be part of the new group that you're thinking we should be putting together?
Oh, absolutely. Some of them definitely are good footballers that definitely can be used to form the nucleus.
Hmm. Who are some
But
of
we
these
should
players you
not
talk about? Okay, yes, go ahead. We should not do what?
over rely on foreign based players
Hmm.
as it is now. Now, most of the boys who came from the foreign countries to play are either second division or third division footballers in Europe somewhere. Some are even bench warmers. Some even came down or they have been called repeatedly and they never kick a ball at any tournament. Now, I call these boys trot footballers, and we
Trotro
don't need them.
footballers. Why do you call them trotro footballers?
Do you know the word trotro, what it means? How the word started?
Please tell us.
Trotro is just a vehicle in those days. Formerly, we used to have a very good regular bus service in Accra here.
Hmm.
And when the population started growing, people started demanding for new buses. And then the wooden vehicles we used to have in Accra here turn themselves into a quick service, like what you have now you call Uber.
Okay.
It takes you quickly. Anywhere you are going is tripping. Throw means tripping.
Mm.
So anything that can cheaply be acquired and used quickly and disposed of is throw.
Okay. Doc, please hold on a minute for me. We'll continue this in just a minute. Let's go for the Joy Business Minute brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, and NCA Insurance, the real face of insurance.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute. It is brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and NCA Insurance. NCA, the real face of insurance. A Deputy Energy Minister, Andrew Ejapamesa, says he does not think the price of crude oil could cost $100 a barrel next month. It follows projections by analysts and traders. The Ghana cedi may not depreciate by more than 5% this year to the US dollar. That's the view of currency analyst Courage Mate. The local currency lost a little over 9% to the dollar on the retail market in 2021. The total number of consumer complaints from the financial sector to the Bank of Ghana has declined. That's according to the Bank of Ghana's document on complaints management for the sector last year. And US mobile networks AT&T and Verizon have agreed to postpone the rollout of their new 5G service at some airports. The C-band service, which offers faster speeds and broader coverage, was due to be turned on today. And that's the Joy Business Minute brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and NCA Insurance. NCA, the real face of insurance.
All right, so that's the Joy Business Minute brought to us all the time at 8 a.m. by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, and NCA, the real face of insurance. We still have Dr. Nyaho Nyaho-Tamakloe on the line. He's a former president of the Ghana Football Association, former chairman of Accra Hearts of Oak. But Dr. Nyaho-Tamakloe, you make the point also that some of these players should form the nucleus. Based on your understanding of football, which is not in doubt, your predictions have come to pass all the time. Who are these players who should be forming the nucleus of the next Black Stars?
It will be difficult for me to pinpoint them. The GFA, I believe, has a Black Star Management Committee.
Mm-hmm.
And if that committee is performing its duties properly, they should be in position to pick the best brains we have at the moment. Now, earlier on I said we need a new coach.
Yes.
And I made mention also that the new coach should be given a free hand to make his own selection.
Mm-hmm.
That, I think, is also very important. And that's the way we can easily get a new class for the new Black Star.
Talking about freehand, is that an indication that in the Ghana Black Stars, players are forced on the coaches?
I mean, you can see certain things clearly. No one has to tell you anything. I believe you are a sports journalist, and your knowledge on this should be more than mine. You follow me?
Well,
you see some of the players, you ask yourself, what are they doing there? You see? And also, the inability of the coaches. And it seems to be running around all the coaches to call a spade a spade. If you see someone who is not performing well, irrespective of his background, send the person away. Or don't fill him. And this is a problem. I don't see it as a problem, though. But to our coaches, this is a problem. And that tells you there's a power about telling them what to do. That's all.
Dr. Nyaho Nyaho-Tamakloe, good morning. This is Kojo.
Good morning.
Hi. Doc, we were in a group that everybody thought should be an easy run for us. We ended up losing to Morocco, drawing with Gabon, and losing to Comoros Islands. There are some who suggest that this sets the clock back on Ghana as a football nation. and that we can't really call ourselves a football nation anymore if we are losing to countries like these. Would you agree that in fundamental terms we are no longer a country that is good at football?
No, I will not agree. We are still a force to reckon with. The problem is that you said we were in a group that nobody thought this could happen to us. And what you shouldn't forget is that that group is not made up of people like Stephen Appiah, Asamoah, and others. I can name all of them now. That group is in hand of a group of people who know exactly what it means when it comes to national cause. That group didn't have the passion, they didn't have the energy, they are overaged and had no hunger for success. Hence what happened.
We heard the coach talk about how this group that he was taking to the AFCON did not have players like Asamoah Gyan. The coach himself was talking about how his team didn't have the best players for the job. Do you think that Milo was somehow communicating to Ghanaians that this would not have been his choice of team?
And that confirms what I said. What you just said with Milo confirms exactly what I said. Now, let me tell you one thing. I was responsible partly for bringing Milo into this country. That's over 10 years ago. When I was an ambassador, I was approached by the then GFA management headed by Kwesi Nyantakyi. Indeed, Kwesi called me and pleaded with me if I can get them a coach from Serbia. Now, I think they did that because prior to my departure, Kwesi was my deputy. And Kwesi and Papo were my best lieutenants. Now, we were able to get a Serbian coach then by the name Djukovic. For the first time in the football history of this country, we qualified for the World Cup. Yeah. And we did well. So naturally, they will look that way. And I got in touch with the FA in Serbia and others responsible for football there. And they got us Milovan. Indeed, he went to Netherlands for further interview. I think by Kwesi, Papu, and others. 2 other contestants entered who were Germans. He defeated them, and he was selected. He came down, did very well. He also qualified us for the World Cup. But his second coming, now go through your files, you see. Because I remember I spoke with Georgiado on this, that I don't believe that this one can make it this time around. My reasons were quite simple. Number one, he left this country unceremoniously. Indeed, he lied to the nation. He went gallivanting in Asia and in some of these Arab countries. He failed. He went back home, and for almost 4 years, he was inactive. Now, how do you go in for such a person? So you see what I said has also come true.
Okay, so Dr. Nyaho Nyaho-Tamakloe, you've talked about the coach having to go. Or Milovan Rajvac says he's not going to resign. He's in here to qualify us for the World Cup. You've talked about, how we need to forget the World Cup and plan. Now, let's look at the development of football. I mean, you started this conversation last week with us. You said we need to get back to the basics. Now, this clearly presents us with an opportunity to get back to the basics. Where do we start from?
First, let me address the coach saying that he's not going to resign.
Sure.
The inability of anyone in any position to say no on principle, that it resign when he or she has failed, has been a problem with Africa. And I'm surprised somebody from Europe will say the same thing. Mm. What I will say or what I will do if I were to be the head of the FA is to sack him immediately. That's what I would have done.
Even in Cameroon, you sack him while you're at Cameroon?
Oh, absolutely. Because other coaches will pack bag and baggage from Cameroon and go back to their country.
Mm. Well, he says... I
think you follow me.
I follow you, but he says he came for the World Cup. Now, the FA at the time told us that he has the same, KPIs like others to win the AFCON and take us to the World Cup. But he's telling us now that his main objective is to take us to the World Cup. So that raises a question or two, whether that was the decision or, whether that was the contract signed with him.
Exactly.
Was the FA lying to us?
Have a look at the contract.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe that he was purposely engaged for the World Cup.
Mm.
Even if he were, his performance now will tell you clearly that the man has lost his bearings and he cannot handle the Black Star that we want.
Mm. Okay. So let's look at where we should start. Now that it's obvious, we have failed. We know that we have failed. Where do we start from in our quest to getting on track?
Well, I talk about the solution of the team itself, looking for a new coach, a good coach who should be paid properly, and this should be the responsibility of the state. A coach that can give the boys intensive work. Within a couple of months, there will be change. A coach who will look inwards. When I say inwards, I'm talking about this country, Ghana. A coach who will have the ability to get the boys playing together so that they can know themselves and know the sort of formation that he wants them to play. And a coach who will be bold to say no on principle. That's all.
Dr. Nyaho Nyaho-Tamakloe, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. We're very grateful to you.
You're welcome.
Right, so that's Dr. Nyaho Nyaho-Tamakloe joining us this morning here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Dr. Nyaho Nyaho-Tamakloe is a former president of the Ghana Football Association, telling us, what he believes should be done if we want to develop our football. We'll be joined shortly by, CAF instructor, Masaudi Dramani. He'll also be telling us what he saw from a technical point of view has been wrong with the Black Stars.
Indeed, that's to come. First, though, something big is happening next week. I hope you're ready for it. But now let me ask, what do you get when you cross a world-class life insurance company with a banking giant? You're wondering? Well, then just watch out for the big news in the coming days. For more information, you can call this number, 0302 267 892, or just go to allianz-gh.com. Allianz Life, we secure your future.
And the Basto School, established in 1884, one of the oldest schools in Kansas City, America, is now in Ghana. Welcome to the Basto School Ghana campus, Ghana's finest American international school, offering the American and GES curricula. We fit our children into the top best universities in the world. So enroll your child now in the best international school in Ghana, shaping the dreams of our future leaders. You see them as your children, but we see them as professionals. Admissions in progress. The Basto School, start here, go everywhere. Locators are number 102 Shandor Street, Abilinkwe, Accra. Call us 0277 070020.
Now, you can score big with the card assist and win the ultimate VIP Premier League experience for you and 10 friends. It's a 5-star match day viewing experience, virtual access to a Premier League legend, plus the winner also takes home official signed merchandise and a state-of-the-art home entertainment system. Pay with your contactless ABSA debit or credit card to enter. Terms and conditions apply. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA, the official African banking partner of the Premier League and CIMG Bank of the Year 2020.
Right, so let's get to Masaoud Didi Dramani, former coach of Asante Kotoko. Is a CAF instructor, and so a very good coach at that matter. Masaoud Didi Dramani, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, for having me on your show.
Great. So, I mean, for many of us who watched the Black Stars in their 3 games at the AFCON, we do not have the technical eye, but of course we have concluded the Black Stars didn't play well. You, from a technical point of view, tell us your assessment of the performance of the Black Stars.
Yeah, I think that looking at them from a technical point of view, the team progressively look better than they started, which in terms of team building is a positive sign. The team also found some confidence in the squad, in the person of Katao and others. That tells that looking into the future, it is important. Every strong nation is a nation that always looks from where it is and then where it wants to go, analytically and then very logical.
Okay.
But I believe that we appreciate the passion and then the commitment of the entire nation towards our football and then the Black Stars. But I think that the fact that we keep hoping and then wishing that we need to win something today, last year, and tomorrow, we still don't win. It is important we change a complete narrative towards this purpose, which is the most important aspect in every person. Okay. So it is important to change the narrative of using this squad to begin to create success by building a formidable squad from what we saw, and that is how we can begin to have success.
Talking about building a formidable squad, now there's a suggestion by Dr. Nyaho Nyaho-Tamakloe, for instance, that look, we should dissolve the Black Stars, keep some key players from this team to form the nucleus of the Black Stars, and begin to plan for the future. Forget the World Cup and start thinking about 2023 AFCON. Is that the way to go?
That is exactly my narration. You need to be very objective.
Okay, so you also support the idea that we dissolve the Black Stars?
I from it.
We're losing you. If you could kindly reposition yourself so we can hear you, we're very glad. I think there's a bit of network challenges with your line.
Yes, I've tried.
Okay. Maybe you could just...
Yeah, I think it's better now,
It's
right?
better now, yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I think that the most important thing is if you cannot say you want to dissolve a squad. You can always change the thinking behind the squad. And if you change the thinking to be thinking of planning for maybe 4 years, minimum 6 years, longer term in terms of at least 3 Cup of Nations, and then with 1 World Cup, and then with 1 Olympic Games. So it tells you that progressively you can aim at having players who are, within the ages of 18, and then maximum maybe players who are within 25 years. And then once you are grooming together, you have some individual clerical situations where you have someone who is even more than 30 years but still giving you what you want.
Okay.
I believe that deliberate planning will give us a certain success, and we need to believe that when we are putting a group of players or a group of people together, we want them to become a team. And in view of wanting them to become a team, it means you need to trust in what you have, not just putting a group of people who work together, but rather a group of people who trust each other. And by so doing, you can now be able to say that from what we have instituted in the second year or in the third log, you can say that yes, we are ready to go to win, and then you get it, because then you have a standing team. As we speak now, I think that we don't have a team which is playing with a specialized identity that has been agreed, and that is why many times people will speak about the team is not defending well. What did we agree that when we are defending as a unit we should do? Defending doesn't mean where the goal is scored. Defending means where the team loses possession. Immediately, what have we agreed to do? When the ball comes to the middle part, what have we said we should do? When we are defending our goal, what did we say we should do? When we are defending our box, what did we say we should do? These are all processes which will give you principles. And these principles will give you the guidance in order to be able to institute, so that everybody in his clear mind knows exactly what we do immediately we lose the ball. Everybody in the team knows exactly what we do when we lose the first aspect of defending. And then everybody knows that when we lose the processes of our pressing situation, and then we are now defending our box, and then we are defending the goal. So these things are very clarified before even you get into the process of preparing for a match.
Okay.
But when we come and then we are defending or we are attacking, our individual creativity and potency will show. But a team that comes with just a team of collection of talented players, creative players, doers, and leaders will overcome you who are only just talented.
But coach,
So
talking about
yeah.
coach, talking about talent and all of that. National teams are not like club football teams where with money you can go for the best players. And so, the other school of thought is, well, these are the players at our disposal. So, is it not? Is it a case?
You need to play a certain way.
Okay, 1 minute. Is it a case that you say even with these players we could have done better, or you believe that with these players that we have, this is our best performance we can achieve? Are you saying that with these players we could have done better?
I think that even with these players, when we clearly in our mindset what we want, then you at least would have appreciated that the team played in a certain way. That is exactly the point. There should be a clarity of what we want to do. There should be a clarity of the way we want to play now, even before the World Cup qualifiers.
Okay.
The playoff, so that at least you see that one to be an achievement of what you are looking for. And I believe that these positions in the squad would have at least given the coach a certain direction, to go into the future. That he would have known where we are strong, and then he would have known where we are weak, and then he would have known the possibilities of areas where he might focus. I don't think the entire squad is bad as we see it. I know that we have our emotional part of viewing the game, but we need to be very logical when we are thinking in moving into the future. Only emotional sentiments will always give you the chance to be thinking about the playing game.
Okay.
But I don't think it's an issue of thinking of playing games, but it's an issue of being very positive and then be more constructive in our narration. I think that we just need to change a certain mindset. I keep saying it.
Mm-hmm.
We keep saying that we have to win AFCON. It's been long since we won it. I don't think the fact that we say that still gives us a chance to win. The fact that we keep saying 30 years, 40 years, we have not won it, and now is our. We'll give you the chance to just go. We need to be very objective in the way we speak about this thing.
Okay.
To say that it is time we need to be thinking about this clear direction of what we want to do.
Coach, I mean, we'll get back to you shortly because we also need to find out how we set out to play. You've talked about that. We need to get into the specifics. And so we look at our first match, we look at our second match, we look at our third match. We look at the fact that, for instance, Kofi Tre was asked to play in central midfield in the match against Gabon. In the match against Comoros, he played on the wings and he excelled. Is it a case that we couldn't find the best positions for some of the players? What was our missing link? Lots of the teams were always attacking us, from our left side. Did it then look like we had a problem with Baba Rahman and we're still fielding him all the time? We'll get into all of these. Just stay with us. We'll be right back. This is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Stay with us. We'll be right back to continue the conversation with Masawood Didi Dramani.
Hello. Oh, Charlie, how be? Bro, I need some help. Right, my money all finished. And month no end, so I make hot pass. I fit see some small loan for a side there, I beg.
Oh, bro, Charlie, I make hot pass you. My landlord today can't take your rent.
Oh, Charlie. All right, you make a call another person. Hello. Oh, Charlie, I need some help. Right, my money all finished. And month no end, so I make hot pass. So you see, I feel,
The number you are trying to reach is not available. Please call back later.
Hey, Adane. Kelvin. Yes. You make hot. Charlie. Rough.
So make today payday with Cowbank Salary Advance. Get an advance of up to 80% of your net monthly salary before payday. Just visit the nearest Cowbank branch or you can call our toll-free number on 0800 500 500 to find out how you can apply today.
Cowbank, forward together. Catch the excitement at Malcolm Supermarket.
Visit any Malcolm shop nationwide and enjoy shopping on the widest range of supermarket items at lowest prices always.
Malcolm, the original city saver.
Terms and conditions apply. Malcolm, where Ghana shops.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
You best believe it is 27 minutes past 8 on the Super Morning Show. Our guest this morning, as we assess Ghana's performance at the AFCON, is Coach Didi Dramani. Thank you so much for your patience. We appreciate your time with us this morning. Coach, I thought perhaps we could walk through very quickly the specific games that we played leading to our departure and the strategy on each occasion. Did you see, first of all, generally, looking at the three games, did you see a coach still trying to figure out how his players work and where to put them?
I think that this boiled down to how the entire season was programmed, and so how the entire season was planned, how the entire preparation mode was also instituted, and this has to do with monitoring of players and then scouting of players into the squad, and also thinking about those to be used directly and those to be used with measured minutes, like players like Matao and then Kamal, for instance. In my estimation, is the best process to be able to institute them gradually and then build them into the future, so that progressively you see that these players are understanding the chemistry of the squad, and these have been done even in the preparation. And then you ask yourself, in terms of the psychological part of the squad, how did the team look like? In my estimation, I don't think there was any classes playing against Algeria. Because
you mean Morocco,
where you playing with the best in Africa, and where you don't also have your very best in place, where you are very very academic about your squad, and then you are not sure of the strength of the squad, and then you continuously keep in terms of that psychological aspect of the confidence, and then it's not easy to build determination, it's not easy to build confidence, it's not easy to build motivation, it's not easy to build intent. These are all psychological points which is very difficult as a coach to even build. And so going into a major tournament like the AFCON, I believe there was a need to look at which game do you have to play, what do you have enough time that when something goes negative you can repair before the actual moment. I think that these are all aspects that need huge discussions when you are logically looking at things. But I will estimate that going into the first game, for instance, it was one of the difficult games that we all ever saw Ghana play.
Let's start from there. That first game, with your analytical eye, talk us through what we could have done better strategically.
I think that it is difficult from my point of view to say that we should have done A from B when you don't even know exactly the chemistry of the team. You need to know the chemistry of the team. You need to know the strategies that have been put in place. You need to be much aware of the tactical awareness. Even though I can see that when the team is playing, I can read minutes into it. Maybe it's deliberate, or maybe it just comes, on the pitch for you to say. You can see from the Moroccans that they consistently attack with Hakimi, on the right, and then you could see that they consistently build up from the back with two wide centre backs, and then still wanting to find their high fullbacks. This is a clear identity, the way they want it. And then, irrespective of how we're attacking and playing, they didn't bother. They still played to their plan, and it still paid off. So this is the clarity that I'm speaking about. So it will be difficult for any logical coach to say that Ghana should have been doing this or that, because you are not there with the team. You don't know what the team is doing.
Right.
I can say that, Ghana should have been playing from the back instead of playing long balls. But he don't know the strategy that they put in place in terms of their tactical awareness based on the weakness of the opponent. In my estimation, the long balls never paid. Every long ball was taken and counted by an equally aerial superiority of the Moroccans, and it also showed how strong and organized the Moroccans were in terms of the second ball. You play long balls when you know that you have midfielders who are anticipating to go in for the second ball. You play long balls when you know you have a Didier Drogba who can go up, receive the ball on his chest, or you have a Tony Yeboah who can receive the ball on his chest so that he can receive Abedipele running around him, or he can receive Ali Ibrahim coming from the side, or he can receive Lampard who is coming and ready to bounce on the second and third ball. These are all very tactical, approaches. I'm just assuming that maybe this could be, but you ask yourself, did we have those types? So what informed us to play those long balls? This is just my analysis in terms of the game itself, so that colleague coaches who are around, because I always prefer to continuously to mentor guys around, so that when they are listening, they will understand these aspects in terms of the development and promotion of the coaching industry and then the profession of football. So it's difficult. If any coach begins to tell you Ghana should have played like this, Ghana should have played like this, it is really very difficult. But when you speak with a coach, and then you speak with an insider, and then you hear from them, then you would have been able to say that I think that from what they had, this was why they were doing this. Yes, they could also come under unnecessary frustration because maybe the opponents were pressing high. We didn't have the right options of players to say on the how many players we should put on the build-up line, how many players should we put in between the lines, that is the front line pocket, how many pocket players should we put in place of the pocket space? How many players should we put on the last line? These are all prerequisites of how we have chosen to play. Are we playing through 3 lines or we are playing through 4 lines? And based on this, we need certain number of players to be able to fit in. Just as the opponent appears. The way the opponent will appear will tell you how you have to structure your attack. And your attack is based on when we are kicking goal kicks. How do we have to start? When do we go long? Depending on how the opponent stands. When do we start to build out with the goalkeeper? Depending upon how the opponent comes. But I don't think the opponent has only one player. The Moroccans had only one player. They had the player in 14 getting up. So the Moroccans were defending with a 4-1-4-1. And then so when we are building up, it won't make sense that we should keep 4 players building against this one player.
Right.
You know, maximum players that we might keep with the goalkeeper will be 3 to build up, and then we can still work it out. It all depends upon how the team has been structured. So
right.
Based on that, and you ask yourself, how did the Moroccans build up? How did we decide to stop them from building up from the back? But in that estimation, you saw that we dropped deep behind the center circle. So it gave the Moroccans the opportunity to rather push their 2 center backs further up closer to the center circle, where they still will find their full backs who are in higher positions. And then on the side of our 4-2-3-1 defensive structure, and then so they were able to break our first and second lines, and then they were able to have good players on their last line, which and so when I heard you speak about Baba's place was the weakest spot, no, I will disagree with your point. You are only looking at the last production, but there are other situations, because if the fullback who is a Hakimi, he's always found himself in the higher positions, and then still have players in their various pockets. And then if you don't have enough players there, Baba can only do his best.
Okay. Coach, we have literally 2 minutes to go, and I have 2 questions. So I'll ask for some quick fire answers here. First of all, do you agree with those who suggest that we had lots of square pegs in round holes? I mean, in the last game, we discovered a talented winger in Kofi Kyereh, following the red card when he was moved to the wings. He excelled. Do you think perhaps he should have been playing in that position from the beginning? And does that suggest that there might have been other players who were ill-placed?
I think that the structures be it. I have always said that it is important that when we are changing our narrative, we should create opportunities for the right people. When you create, like if you are picking a player for the national under 17 team, and you are picking a player who is not a potential to play for the Black Stars in the future, then you have not helped the system, because it means you have created opportunity for somebody who is not supposed to be there. You have denied a potential Black Stars player. I believe that it's important that these platforms that we are giving out, we should get them to the right people.
Right.
I might not agree, but I only will give you the possibilities of what my thoughts are. So I think that we need to create opportunities for the right people.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. My final question, and this is about the goalkeeper, Wallacott. And the number of comments on Twitter since his performance last night. Many people suggesting their grandmothers would have been better suited, and so forth. What is your assessment of our goalkeeper?
Their opinion, and in terms of emotions, is just feeling. From a technical point of view, I think that the first goal, for instance, in my view, if I'm going to interpret the principles that I believe in, everyone has a belief in the principle. And then even if the club has no principles, a coach will institute principles to serve as guidance for his team. And then, because the team has to play with a certain discipline. And this discipline needs to be accorded by every member of the squad, including the technical heads and the players. So you see, just look at where the ball was coming from. I think that the players were just running helter across. And in defending, you cannot be crossing over like that. You know, the ball was coming from the right, and then you find out that the goalkeeper was on the right. So the goalkeeper should be taking care of that right side. The goalkeeper was on his left, And so the player who is coming from the right side of the goal should just take care of that far post, depending upon where the ball was coming from. Right. But you realize that they were just running all over the place. And there you can believe that they were defending as individuals, but not as a unit. And when you defend, you heard me saying that you need to know how to defend immediately when you lose the ball. And then what do you do when you are not able to win the ball immediately? That's the recovery phase. What do you do when the ball comes to your box? How do you defend the box? And then how do you defend the goal? So it was a moment to begin to defend the goal, not the box. Right. And there are processes that are implanted in terms of how to defend. And this all goes about the principles and then education of players at that top level.
Right. Coach, I want to thank you so much for your time with us. We really appreciate your insights.
My pleasure.
Yeah, that's former Sadi Kotoko coach and current CAF instructor, Didi Draman. I've got to tell you, though, your tweets are coming through very quickly. Let me read a few of them. At Don Darius 471 says, Nyahobi Prophet, when he said we thought he was not a Ghanaian. Back to basics. At Winifred Brobe says, I think it's better the group be dissolved and reselected again because I don't see the die-hard Black Stars anymore. At Walepa1 says, Milo doesn't even have the edge to lead us to the World Cup. At Akusia says, that EXCO board who appointed Milo should all be sacked, followed by Kurt, who does not know what he's doing, but always keeps saying, bring back the love, which turned out to rather be bring back Milo. With Tenkuku powder. Okay. At Belinda_Arthur says, the team needs to be dissolved. Recruit local players so they can undergo serious training. That keeper with the permed hair should be sacked with immediate effect. He came to show us his skin and nothing else. Bring back Asamoah. He's the spirit of the Black Stars. At Abu Tahiru says, sack the coach, sack the entire FA, give football to football people and let's see. Hashtag JoySMS. At Jimfi Eric says, now that we have World Cup qualifiers in just March, we should still support them, but this coach must leave. If not, I don't see why, because he can't speak to the players directly, though he has done it before. But this team is not in good shape. And at Aristo42 says, the team needs a better striker, and I think we need to do away with Jordan and look for a replacement. Our goalkeeping side too, there's a problem. Authority needs to invest more, if only... forgive me, I lost that there. Authority needs to invest more. And if only they want to win AFCON. And also, too much of politics must stop. At Nyani Real says, rebuilding the Black Stars with local and foreign-based 50-50 will give us the competition, hence the value for the taxpayers' money. At Hijo_Della Christ says, Milo and all on the technical team should be sacked immediately. The team should be dissolved until a new coach is appointed. We are by far the worst team at the tournament. The FA president should resign and the 3-member committee should be tried for causing loss to us. Semi Mobile.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. Joy 99.7 FM. Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7
It's a battle
FM.
with the beast. Take your shield, here we go. Kwame Nkrumah take over. New Africa makeover. Let's bow our heads and pray, your Lord. Our Father, help us fight the war. Refuge, 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 now you can't walk. Refuge, refuge, refuge. forget where you are from. Ghana down to Suriname, taking from my motherland. Don't forget your mother tongue. Please don't shoot me, we are one. Refuge, na ye can't. Refuge, na ye can't. Refuge, na ye can't. Refuge, na ye can't. Phenomenon. How we still can remember where we're coming from, even through the brainwashing curriculum, up through the ages and millenniums. Last 400 years has been fabulous. We've been working as slaves, living ravenous, but to overdo your stay can be hazardous. Now our time to go home, thanks for having us. Please make I promise, oh promised land, and welcome me home anytime I land, and make I feel like I belong with us. Until that day, no giving up.
Fuse ODG featuring Damian Marley. Brefu na ye chanwu. Brefu na SIM card registration chanwu. IU alone probably has about 3 SIM cards. The Q alone. Brantem. Why? All right, listen, 0302-216-541, 055-1111-997. Use your SIM card. Call us. Let's talk. The Black Stars. Hey, we'll hear from you after these.
Provident Insurance welcomes you to a new year. Remember to insure your new car or renew your existing motor insurance from the 1st of January to the 31st of March. You can win free gifts such as fuel coupons and several other branded Provident souvenirs. Rush for insurance cover now. Terms and conditions apply.
With Provident, man, you are covered.
Start here, go everywhere. High standards, higher, above the ideals of others. Spirit, ever true. All the aims in your child's life, we will direct. Enroll your child now in the best international school in Ghana, shaping the dreams of our future leaders. You see them as your children, but we see them as professionals. The Barstow School, established in 1884, one of the oldest schools in Kansas City, America. Welcome to the Barstow School, Ghana campus, Ghana's finest American international school, offering the American and GES curricula. We fit our children into the best universities in the world. The Barstow School. Start here, go everywhere. Locate us at number 102 Shandolph Street, Abelempe, Accra. Telephone 0277 0700 20.
Step up your entertainment from the 5th of January 2022. Already on GoTV Value? Then upgrade to GoTV Plus to watch GoTV Max. Or if you're on GoTV Plus, upgrade to GoTV Max to enjoy GoTV Super. Don't wait. Reconnect and step up your GoTV package today via the My GoTV app. Remember, we upgrade you to the next higher package for free. Terms and conditions apply. GoTV, love it.
He wants. What's a wedding easy? Oh, you butankasa. Wakaka.
Messi, Lufat na wajima were you?
Hey, malaria drew Lufat. To my wedding, were you hospital?
Sister, where I imagine there, few hours to my wedding. No, Missy Sim, whom I shepe. Minkata was a mukunia. My husband is sick.
Hey, Jamo Tornado. Nabas annoying.
What's the water tested positive for malaria?
No, never until one for ambulance. No one.
Ambulance. It's not a bicycle.
No, nothing from Kakabo.
No, kick. Many my wedding gonna me make up Nina. Sometimes that's right. Nearest pharmacy. So one meji Lufat.
Entrance pharmaceuticals for one malaria drena.
Inyo. No ye na one chair. Mukuno china nenadi. A brand pa.
No kuniso. No pona waka that you may kiss the bride. If you want to show day.
No, donna. Man, no, you don't.
Indeed, malaria and kawan to them. Lufat. Malaria drop a coupe. Sa igedin kratui. Edi ashemaja to say hello.
Take the shackles off my feet. Make I go. It's a battle with the beast.
Coffee in your cup.
Take a
and
shot,
joy on the
here we
set.
go.
The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM.
And pray your Lord. Our Father, help us fight the war. Refuge, 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 now you can walk. Refuge, 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 now you can walk.
Yeah, too cool, yeah, can. I'm not saying that you can, but Barry can. Sao briefly, aye.
But a black man in
Akoya Kakru, bra.
African in England. Don't forget.
I mum briefly. But what by a one milu?
Taking from my motherland.
So Echo Guena so we catch your bonum white as
we are one. Refuge, 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 now you can walk.
0302216541 or 05511119997. Uncle Jan calls us from Sakumono. Uncle Jan, good morning.
Good morning, brah. How are you?
A little sad, but what can I do?
I don't feel anything because I know that it is going to happen this way. Now, the media women say they are insulting innocent people. I'm a pay me the Denoma, me Jordan Noma, and some of the players. I come up with the day that you say the day I'm about. I am by all chance, but it's my friend is Miss Frano. Yana Yam Yapa and Jordan. Yana Yam Yapa and Miss Frano. On Uncle from board to work. Because
Jordan, you want Jordan to stop playing?
But I'm not sure. Our promise is say, Ghana, you're bringing on a 17 on a 20. Since 2009, the day captain was the Africa Championship, and some what you work out from Egypt. One chairman on the 17, I qualify for Africa Championship. On the 20, I qualify. We are now calling Asian Samuel Stephen Apia. You all play on the 17, on the 20. And I suddenly be how can you break that? Basically, the day is 32. Also, you'll ban. If you get a better coach, he can manage the day. I'll call the mama in 1990 World Cup. Roger Miller was over 30. He come on second half and score. Thiago Silva is more than 30. Azopata is more than 30. He's playing. The day was 70 minutes. And 70 minutes Masterson. No, I bread. No, I'm brand new power, but that's actually I won't forget him because we're the Africa champion and world champion. And we didn't say they didn't know by only any person in now. What's that's for fra? Not just the two blast team or Ghana, how Obiano more professor. Continue for 2 years. And Sana, you're BBC.
I'll give a quick translation if I can. Uncle Jan is saying that honestly, we need to develop a team from scratch and they need to play well together from scratch, like how we had an under-17 team that we would then graduate to play at the senior level. He's calling for that again. Uncle Jan, thank you for calling us. Let's talk to Reverend Anthony, who is in Teshi. Reverend, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, my brother.
It's good to have you on the line. How are you?
Oh, by the grace of God, you are doing well, sir.
Amen.
Well, yesterday we didn't have a good day, actually. But the issue of our Black Star is not about let's dissolve the whole thing, get a new team. If you take a critical look at the Black Star team since 2009, we were always suffering from what we call Akakakra syndrome. I think what Ghana actually needs to do is the whole land needs to be purified, actually. We need to purify the whole land because Ghana actually is suffering from every sector. It is not only about Black Star. And until Black Star, anytime there is an upcoming competition, if we actually want to win a cup, I saw Kwame Nkrumah in my dream 10 years ago, and 31st night, I prophesied at the church that this is what Kwame Nkrumah said. until we go back to Kwame Nkrumah, tell Kwame Nkrumah what we have done against you. You are our father. We are apologizing to you as a Ghanaian. Until we do that, my brother Kojo, there is nothing. If you like, let's have the Macy's in Ghana. There is no way, my brother. I don't know by the next 2 years if you'll be working at Joy FM, but mark this on the wall. The next AFCON that we will be playing, Ghana will not be able to qualify.
Hey, what a prophecy. Anyway, thank you, Reverend Anthony from Teshi. Let's talk to Ibrahim, who is calling us from Agona, Swedru. Ibrahim, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Kojo, how are you?
Not bad, my brother. Thanks for calling.
Good, bro. Kojo, I would like to know that keeper in the outpost. Which club was he playing? What is his team? I mean, these local keepers that they are on bench, they are far better than this keeper. Did you see him saving some critical ball or something like that? Any ball that comes on, this guy is panicking in the pool. I mean, who's managing him? All because he has some big boys inside the team. So they have to, by all means, they have to keep him on the pool for us to, so see, this is the last goal. The boys in the middle, they are taking the first pool. The player just set the ball to the middle of the pool. It's goal. I mean, how can the keeper keep a pool like this? Why these guys are struggling? These guys are down by one, but look at the ball they are playing. They are cheering their heart out that you are being the pool. Just useless in the pool. Useless. Nothing good, nothing but. He shouldn't come here. The keeper alone shouldn't come here. We don't need him here. He should go back to where he's from.
Well, he plays for Sweden City, but he is a Ghanaian, so this is where he's from. Thanks for calling us, though, Ibrahim. Let's go to Gomwa Butubrum. Here's William. Hi, William. Good morning.
Kojo.
Yes, sir.
Old pirates, yes, the rabbi.
Sold I to the merchant ships.
Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit.
But
yes,
okay, you are finished.
I told you people that I was betting for money. So you are sad, I am happy.
How much did you win?
2,000 plus.
Hey, Razi.
And I betted just 40 cities. Yes. You see, I don't know how old were you by then, but 1992. You remember Africa Sports newspaper?
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Yes, Kwabena Yebua's newspaper.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes.
Yes. At that time, Joe Latte was president. Then came Bru Butler. I used to write in the newspaper. The same thing I used to write, those things then, 30 years later, we are talking about. I bet you, Kojo, if things don't change administratively in Ghana football, 30 years from now, we'll sing the same song. Take my word for it. It's a fact.
Thank you, William. Thank you. These predictions we are hearing today, they're not encouraging. Kofi Bedu is in Kumasi. Kofi, good morning.
Good morning, Kojo. How are you doing?
My brother, I'm very well. Thanks for calling us.
It's good that you're very well. Because, we should all be thankful to God that the taxpayers' money has been saved. At least. I think that the amount of money that we are putting or we are investing in the Black Stars should be turning into agriculture. In other words, if we have invested that chunk of money into the agriculture, this hardship that we are all experiencing would not have been that harsh. It is the same Black Star that brought huge embarrassment to this country, where we flown over 4 million to Brazil. If you remember, look at the embarrassment to the point that some, Hollywood or that sort wanted to add a movie on it. Look at the embarrassment. So the time for us to, stop putting so much money into the Black Star and then channel this money into agriculture in order for us to be free from any hardship that the world might have for us. Because
I feel you. I feel you. All right, let's go to East Legon and talk to Elvis. Hi, Elvis. Good morning.
Good morning.
My brother, share your thoughts.
My dream died. But you know something?
Tell me.
God is still in control.
Amen.
Everybody is saying we should dissolve the team. Even if it goes that way, look at the match yesterday. It seems everybody's talking about the match yesterday. 10 against 11. But look at the type of play our band played. Look at the exuberance. The performance was above all from the beginning to yesterday. I mean, yesterday was the best. So the local players should be taking a second look at in terms of selection, please.
Right.
As such, will go far.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Elvis, for calling us. Let's stay in East Legon because we have Albert on the line now. Albert, good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
My brother, talk to us.
I think the Black Stars have disappointed us. But that is our attitude. You see, from all sectors of our life, when you talk of education, when you talk of health, when you talk of rules, everywhere we have showed. And Super Morning Show, you have discussed. Sometimes when Raymond speaks, I ask myself, what is happening in this country? He call it the Republic. Then when he predicts, it comes. So I don't know what we are doing as a country. Every day we have problems, and we don't know how to solve it. So I don't think what we can. I think some of you must come in and take up the challenge and the mantle. Thank you.
Of coaching
Have
the
a
Black
nice day.
Stars. Thank you, Albert. As for that mantle minus me. But listen, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this, the game. Not just the game, but our appearance in this tournament. Ghana football as a whole. The coach, the goalkeeper. Like, listen, the executive management team. Let's talk this through. Kobe is in Pong. Hi, Kobe. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Thanks for calling, Kobe.
Yeah. My problem is that this country, we need deliverance. Because the problem we have in this country is too much. Sometimes I sit down and say, this country, do we have a vision now? Sometimes, if it's the players, let me ask, here as a manager and the squad, those people, are they retired for playing or what?
Are they what? Retired?
Yeah.
No, as
why? Those kind of squad, where are they?
Anyway, thanks for sharing. It would be nice to have a lady on the line. I think we have Ya calling us. Ya, good morning.
Good morning.
Why are you so happy?
Happy New Year.
Same to you, Ya. Thanks for calling us. Wahala.
This year, Levi score. Would they charge 1.75% or what? Hey, Ghana. You Levi scored 3-2. So what's the percentage? Calculate the percentage for me.
Please. I didn't do well.
Ghana, we are not serious. So. I think the GSA and everything should be dissolved because we carry money, go and waste it. People benefit, then we come back, and we are still at 0.0. For 40 years. Hey, Kojo, Happy New Year.
Same to you, yeah. Thank you for calling. All right. Another uncle on the line. Uncle Morgan. Uncle Morgan, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Thanks for calling us. Hello, do we still have Uncle Morgan on the line? All right, we don't. Let's talk to Musumuru. Good morning, Musumuru.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. How are you?
Not bad, though. Thanks for calling.
I hope you are not coming to laugh at me.
Oh, how? How can I try?
Because yesterday I predicted 2-0.
I heard you.
Against Comoros.
Do you know something?
No.
By the time I switched off my TV, the score was 2-0 against Ghana. So me, I started, blaming all of you who predicted 2-0 for Ghana, that the thing has turned against us. So do you know I didn't find out the final score of 3-2 until this morning. I didn't know. I went to bed thinking we had lost 2-0.
Oh no. We nearly won 3-2. It was unfortunate, I'm telling you. But we can say seriously, Coach Milo, if he wants to come back to Ghana, then he should learn how to speak English.
Oh.
Yes. Because we cannot waste the taxpayers' money on Coach Milo and his in-law, and then he will go and mess us up. As we have lost right now, he has not lost anything. Coach Milo has not lost anything. At the end of the day, he's coming to take his $50,000 or $30,000 salary that he's taking. And we are using the taxpayers' money to pay him. So if he wants to come back to Ghana, he should learn how to speak English and let his in-law go back. He shouldn't come back here. Otherwise, the management team, the president, GFA president, they should all resign before they come back to Ghana. And one last one. I think the president should dissolve Black Stars totally. It should dissolve, because let me refresh your mind. Nigeria president in 2012, he dissolved Super Eagles.
2010.
And 2013, they came back and they won African Cup. So that is what I think we should do. We should dissolve Black Stars and then use the local players. We should groom the local players and then use them for Black Star team. That is what I think we should do. Thank you so much.
So your suggestions are: one, we should Djokovic, Milo's visa, and then two, we should dissolve the Black Stars. Hey, okay. Ken is in Kumasi. Hi, Ken. Good morning.
Good morning, Koyo.
Thanks for calling, bro.
Yeah. Koyo, I want to ask you. Did you have the belief that we were going to qualify and then go for the World Cup? Go for the Cup?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, okay, all right. For me, the management themselves, I believe they know we were not going for the Cup, but rather we had lost mentally. We lost before we even qualified for the African Cup. So it's like one. We all believe we were not going for the Cup. So we shouldn't have gone for the start. Because some people want to take our tax and then misuse it. That's the reason why we went there. Each person, every one of us knew that we were not going for the Cup. It is not like a World Cup that we were going like, oh, if I qualify to the semi-final or the next stage, then I have to praise myself. I did well. This is a nation cup that we are talking about. So the hope was for us to go and then claim the cup, but it wasn't like, oh, qualify, just going there and then do something to the next stage. Mentally, we had lost before we went there.
Anyway, thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing your thoughts, Ken in Kumasi. Thanks for listening to Love FM as well. And let's talk to Abu Mohammed, who is in Japan right now. Abu, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thanks for calling, my brother.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, you see, the boys made a statement. When we were down by 2-0, they proved to Comoros that we are forced to reckon with. But there is problem. Abi, you saw the Red Blaster when we were 2 goals down. But you saw it.
I did.
Yes. So do you want me to go and play ball and qualify for you to be sleeping in a better hotel to continue to qualify and you are sleeping? Me, who's supposed to play the ball, go and sleep in 2x4 hotel? Is that what you are telling me? So the boys made a statement. Me, I'm proud of the boys. Long ago, I said I don't have problem with the boys. But the people surrounding them, you see, because of the nature, how they got the opportunity to get to this position. The reason why I love Kojo Efio was because he was the only one who was courageous enough to contest Mr. 930. That was what did it for me. These guys, they want it, but they will not fight until when I ask them to do his thing, then they get it on a silver platter. So since then, me, I did not believe in these people. And my position had been vindicated. The boys, me, I'm proud of them for them to come out from that 2-0 and score the boys and prove to them that this is Ghana Blaster. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, Abu Mohammed. Let's talk to Benjamin. Hi, Benjamin. Good morning.
Hi, Kojo. Good morning.
Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Pechi in the Ashanti region.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. What's on your mind?
Kojo, do you know that Hillary Clinton is a murderer?
Oh.
Technically, if you look at the technical definition of a murderer, she killed Gaddafi. She's a murderer and a terrorist. Do you know that Barack Obama is a murderer?
My big boss, where you are taking us, you know we can't follow you there. So please, we'll stick to things that have been proved by a court of law if you are going to accuse someone of a crime. If it hasn't, then you can't say it. So if you have another a point to make, you can jump to it without any of the unfounded allegations, okay? Uh-huh.
It's not unfounded, though, because we all saw the bombs. But listen, the point I'm trying to land is that if Hillary Clinton comes to your studio right now, you are going to treat her like a king, a queen. If Barack Obama comes to your studio, you are going to treat him like a king. Because their media in their country will not go and sit there and say, and Barack Obama control, they will not be washing their dirty linen in public for you to hear. And
clearly, you've never watched Fox News.
Is it?
Clearly, you have never watched Fox News.
Yes, Fox News works for the opposition. That's why.
Exactly. We have the same thing here in Ghana, so I don't know why you think it'll be
Mr. Yantechi, okay, nobody is saying he should come back. But Mr. Yantechi, if his case had happened in, let's say, Russia, do you know that President Putin would have called Mr. Yantechi and told him that, Mr. Yantechi, we have all this information on you, but at least you love the motherland. So step down and let us put somebody there that will not be stealing like you, so that you can continue on your pathway to CAF, to FIFA, to wherever, and put Ghana's interest first, the nation first. Yesterday, the red card that we got, every single referee in the world would have considered us. Every single referee. If we do not do that documentary and go and disgrace ourselves, washing our dirty linen in public, we were all in this country. The BBC came to tell us that in one of our universities, Legon, lecturers are having sex with students. Sex for grace, sex for grace, sex for grace. That's how they marketed the documentary. We all went to watch it. The only thing we saw was one adult lecturer with another adult student in a place outside the university and trying to woo, the lecturer is trying to woo the student. There are punishments for that. But they came to give an impression that sex for grace, sex for grace. Do you know the damage that does to you that went to Legon and you did not do sex for grace? Do you know the damage that it does to your degree?
Hey, but Benjamin, who are you blaming for this one? Anyway, thank you for calling us. But honestly, I don't quite get the point you're making. That when people do bad things, it shouldn't be talked about. It should be swept under the carpet so we look good. I don't know how sustainable that is. All right, thanks for calling. Let's talk to one more caller, unless we have a bit more time. Theo is in Sakaman. Theo, good morning. Hi, Theo. Good morning. Right, it seems we've lost Theo from Sakaman. We have Stephen on the line now. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm very well, Stephen. Thanks for calling.
I'm calling you from Omato Street.
Wow.
Deputy Communication Officer in the ticket of Almighty NDC. In this great radio station, let me greet Lawyer Evans Amankwa, incoming regional chairman in Asante region. My brother, today, would I say that I'm very sad? No, I'm not sad, because it is God who fought for Ghana. Because where I am standing right now, speaking to you, I don't have road going to Kumasi. If you pass Denkemwaso to Techimai, to Boko, Trade, Trabum, number one, it is very sad. But somebody will go and play ball, let's say 90 minutes, to come and collect about $30,000, whereby we don't have road. We don't. Our teachers are suffering. Nurses are suffering. Even farmers are even dying, not even suffering alone. Look, this government. Not that maybe we hate the government, but his governance is too bad. Look at the smartness, or look at the strength he used, and then go and withdraw the military from the Speaker House. If he were to use that strength and then go and play the ball with Morocco and other things, he would have even won the game. But look at the COVID-19 disturbing the Ghana, but he don't have that same, and then withdraw COVID-19 from Ghana. But he's fighting internally. The one who is fighting for Ghana, he too, he's fighting against that person. So Nanado, that's Kokobado. He is the blame of everything in Ghana. Thank you.
Hey, okay, all right. Thanks for calling and sharing your views. Shall we take one more call? Let's go to Kumasi. Here's Kofi. Kofi, good morning.
Handsome Kojos.
Hey, handsome Kofi. Happy New Year.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
This is not Happy New Year. This is Happy Black Star. It's a sad Black Star, you know. Kojo, will you help me sing this song?
You want to sing?
Black Star never feel no $30,000, oh no $30,000, oh and go for you, Funufo, Omogbi animo ase, Tatu Kroku, Milo, Yadi Sitribatum Nianum, Blaster. What a wonderful performance. We thank you. You have saved our money. The living condition in Ghana is so high that each and every one is crying. But if Blasters had won Colobos match, they would have taken home $30,000 each. Put them together, 18 players plus officials. How much? God has saved our money. Blasters, kudos. Monimo Guase. Bye bye.
Oh, goodness. If only the Black Stars performance was as wonderful as Kofi's performance of that song. Anyway, listen, thanks to all of you who have called us. We certainly appreciate your views and thoughts on this matter. It's a really important one, and we need to figure out the way forward as a country, don't we? So many suggestions put forward, and we'll see in the end which ones suit us best. Now, coming up on the Super Morning Show... And that is not Lebanon or Beirut. That's Nima. Yeah, yesterday. We'll tell you how that all came to be and figure out a little bit more about what the situation was there. The police intervened in the end, and we'll tell you more in just a moment. First...
Yeah, Kojo, it's a happy birthday to Mrs. Genevieve Nkrumah of Tema, and it's from all your friends here at Multimedia Group. Mrs. Genevieve Nkrumah of Tema, a happy birthday to you from all your friends at the Multimedia Group. But Ernest, sent this one. He's a man who knows football. I don't have the permission to mention his full name, so I'm not going to go into the full name. But he says, it was a difficult match, but they played well and better than the previous matches. It is not easy beating a national team at such a tournament with 10 men having also conceded an early goal. The team is not too strong up front. Majority of the attackers are young and will need time. The goalkeeper has challenges with ground shots and does not use his legs like other great keepers like the Manchester United keeper. But no panicking or knee-jerk decisions. It's better to be taken out of every football tournament, but this team started going down from the World Cup in Brazil, so let's have patience to rebuild it.
Right. Now, I got a message from legendary broadcaster Lovin C. who says, good morning, Kojo. The coach must be fired immediately. Ghana needs to go in for a serious coach. I would suggest Herve Renard. It would be good to have a coach from Ghana, but they always undermine each other. It's a pity. But Herve knows what he's about, and he loves Ghana. He won the AFCON with Zambia and the Ivory Coast.
We should be learning lessons from. I mean, Herve Renard was assistant to Claude Leroy. We may want to say that at the time we felt he was, a physical trainer more, but he's proven that he's a very good coach. But he's been in Ghana before. The thing about second comings is that the evidence does not seem to support it in our football. So why would you want to bring Herve Renard? And let it be also, I mean, I'm sure the team would not say this, but my information indicates that we contacted him. The amount he wanted to collect was something we could not afford to pay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so
that's what happened the last time around.
So, I mean, look, let's face it. Dr. Nyaho Nyaho-Tamakloe makes the point that if we want to win, we must be prepared to pay our coaches well.
But you see how resentful we get of how much we pay our coaches when things don't go well. So I suppose that's also a bit of a risk for the FA when they are going for an expensive coach, because they will attract a lot of criticism if things don't go well or if we go through a rough patch.
Look, Kojo, national teams, you would have a nucleus of a national team. And your generation, if they're, a very good one, that generation, if they're a very good one, they would help you win lots of, medals, laurels here and there. But as they're fading out, if you do not plan to introduce new ones, what would happen to you is that you're going to be failing, and you become like the Black Stars that we have seen. Look, in 2001, if I could go back as 1999, but let me start from 2001. We decided to take a team to Argentina for the Under-20 World Cup. Okay? Now, prior to that tournament, our FA president was Ben Kofi. At the time, we decided to take players who are young. And you hear Dr. Nyaho Nyaho-Tamakloe make the point that, some of the players are old and we must get players who are young with their right ages. What did we do? Coach Afrani, who was the coach of Satellite, said the likes of Ishmael Ado and Stephen Odro, anybody who knows football will remember Stephen Odro, Tiku Tiku, Wasante Kotoko. They were old enough to play in the Black Stars. He wasn't taking them to Argentina. Fast forward that, that particular generation. In 2006, when we qualified for the World Cup, these are the players, some of the players who played in that Under-20. You have John Mensah, Michael Essien, Suleiman Tari. Those guys were there. You saw them. Then you get to 2009. We went with Ajiban Bedu. We went with Jonathan Mensah. We went with Andre Ayew. What happened? That particular team continued. They served us. Ajiban Bedu is just retired from international football. Jonathan Mensah is still in the Black Stars. He's in Cameroon now. So the point I'm making is that we must begin to think of building teams from the scratch. The Asians and all those great players were built from the scratch. Asamoah Gyan was part of, the Under-17 of 2001. They couldn't make it to the tournament, but he was part of it. So at the time we built players, and those players formed the nucleus of our team. Stephen Appiah was, one of the few players of his generation to actually last that long. He was part of the 1995 squad that won the World Cup, the Under-17 squad. Even at the time, Stephen Appiah was not a starter. In that particular team, you had the likes of, I think the captain was Emmanuel Bentel. Yes. Okay, the Audu Isaka squad. Stephen Appiah was not a starter, but we saw what he became afterwards. The point I'm making is simply this. We cannot pretend we haven't seen what is wrong with our football. If there are any lessons you should learn, you should look at the Spanish example. At a point, they won the World Cup with very aging players they did not plan. In 2014, Spain went to the World Cup and actually left. They were kicked out in the first round. And that's what should tell us that we must begin recruiting younger players and developing them.
Okay, I'm sure there are many who agree with you. Here's a message from Oscar Kwabena Sam. He says, Kojo, is Asamoah Gyan still the general captain of the Black Stars? Let us look at the leadership of the playing body, its styles and politics a la Stephen Appiah, CK, Asamoah Gyan, and the now. It is important. Don't blame the coach. Iguavon, is that the Nigerian coach?
Augustine Iguavon.
Yes. It took up the Super Eagles barely a month ago. That's true, isn't it? So,
it is.
Yeah. Okay. All right then. But we've had some very, very interesting calls. This is a call we will never forget. You want to see?
Blaster never you so $30,000 or no $30,000 so and go for you for so omogbi animo ase so petukroku so milu yedi asichire betum ni anom so Blaster, what a wonderful performance. We thank you. You have saved our money. The living condition in Ghana is so high that each and every one is crying.
What a call. We're definitely not forgetting that one in a long time. Coming up on the Super Morning Show. It sounds like civil war, but it's just some noise in Nima. We'll tell you more after these.
Hello? You have reached the police. How may we...
They have taken everything.
What have they taken exactly?
My 65 higher TV, my 2.5 higher AC.
That's